Alrighty. I thought I'd just do a quick, totally off the. I have to. There's no character. I have to just be myself. So I put away all the props. I'm just like, this is writing. This is actually just me, as much as far as I can find that it's me. Although there's a lot of different parts of me. But I wanted to get down to like the specific things that I believe are causing my particular pressure towards presenting feminine, and how basically I don't fully know what it is. I'm very cautious. Imagine like I'm going down a cave with a rope because I could fall. That's how a person that has successfully achieved like large building things, like that's how I do everything. And it's not exciting. It's not as exciting as climbing. Sorry, I've just got weird fucking hairs. It's not as exciting as climbing like a rock with no rope. Yeah, but that's an extreme thing. That's an extreme sport for people like Honnold and stuff like that. And they don't, I don't think they recommend that. It's just like their thing, and they're kind of open with it. And this is how I feel about this. Something that can significantly change your entire life and all these things. It's crazy. Now, one, I find it interesting and stimulating. It's kind of fun. It's been an interesting way to experience the feminine archetype. Two, the largest thing is particularly my posture. My posture, like I would posture as a man, and that, and that's everything. That's like drive like a man, walk like a man, all these things, and that, it's actually unbelievable to me how different my body feels, and how like I have to like correct it. I'm like, oh, walk like this, dickhead, and then you have full range of all your movement, or you have access to it. Whereas the way you're walking, you're like this, you don't. But I'm still hyper concerned with what people view me as, because I've developed as a performer. So that's just comes with that territory. And so I think some of it is like, and then to throw it all on top, obviously there's the Scale Matters situation, which really only says that our screens, it's particularly to do with holding our screen. That's more different. I've kind of broken away from all of that to try and prove it. That is a big factor in what's going on everywhere. The scale of promotion, the scale of people of seeing it, the amount of times people are seeing it, all these things. Adults, I don't have a problem. It's children that is the main concern. Bear with me for a second. I've got a fucking... I'm cooking my lunch, and I don't want it to burn because I'm multitasking. This is just what I do. But yeah, I don't really have any results. I think it's like I now have access to it, but obviously because I've so long, I'm more comfortable, and I find it very hard to believe that I'd ever convert in a way that would be permanent, just actually because it's too scary. Like it's too confronting. Like for me, I don't know. For me, the thing, and this is where like there needs to be some just higher level conversation on all sides of it. I find it like if I was to dress up, even if I don't usually put in that much effort. If I put in a good amount of effort and was able to pull it off and do it, if someone did confront me, I would find that incredibly confronting. And yeah, so there's like and that would be, and I think that's what the pronoun thing is going on. I think it is. There's two things. It's like almost that these people have been convinced to act and then been thrust, and it's almost like stage fright, because it's like Do you know what I mean? It's like something to do, and if you're getting caught acting, and that is some dangerous territory, because that is like, there's never a point on here that I'm not acting. There's a camera, there's a screen. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a performance. It's very much like that. And I've put those guide ropes and those restrictions on myself to kind of do it. Whereas going out in the world feels like fraud. And I think it's like there must be a phenomenon that these people, especially young people, they've been persuaded to be performatively the opposite gender. And so the stress that is felt by being exposed for that is quite large. And then that it's like that's a victim mentality. And then the problem is the whole argument is being framed kind of re-victimizing the victims, which is what always happens. It's what's happening again as well, to do with my mother's mental health treatment. It's just what happened. She's been put in this category. I've been victimized by her treatment, and then they blame me to keep her treatment going. It's ridiculous. It's just the whole thing, the whole pattern going again. And so it's almost like we need to get but then I think there are really significant like cultural movement and like almost like silhouette motions and things like this. Like right now, like I'm not happy how I present here because my chest, all this looks gross, like this doesn't look good, like all this thing, but this is my posture. The same as like when my posture of my legs works, you know, they tend to be, there's a lot of these things going on. And more than likely, we're having a confrontation between cultures that were clothed and cultures that weren't clothed, and then male and female women traditionally in the cultures where people were clothed, you know what I mean? Them used to being more kind of representative naked. And so this is what seems to be going on. You like turn on the freaking whatever, the Grammys, and it's like they're all got their tits out. It's like cool, yeah, all right. Where do we go from here? You've literally got your dress hanging from nipple fucking piercings. It's like, hang on. Yeah, I suppose it kind of works for me to prove that I'm actually doing, like I'm, you know, this is what I am. And then the worst bit is it's like, oh, that's odd. That's odd because my body is trying, and this is where it's weird. It's like, okay, so if people have been saying it's the wrong body, and I'm like, I actually think my theory now, I'll lay this out because it's basically what now, you know, I've done a lot of things. I've got a year in front of me that I need to project something forward into, something to do with myself. My theory basically is that my body, not my gender, okay? My body was maladapted to do with the constant contrived and kind of multicultural and like basically like contrived through television movement, which is everyone's performing. And I was, you know, really one of the first generation to really be like native to this, since like we're so bombarded now by speaking about social media and the kids dealing social media. It's like, how about we go to the generation that's already middle-aged, that was exposed to like constant audio video, like that's what it is. And we go through that and we do that whole thing. My posture is so different. And I'm still trying to, like, it shocks me. I end up going like, I'm like, what? Like I can feel like my body is like sucking under itself. It's really confronting because it's odd. Now, my leg muscles and things like that have atrophied because I'm not like I developed my musculature or my body, whatever, doing really heavy manual labor and a trade job. This is very different. And it's like I can almost tell it's like I'm getting somewhere because there's no impingement, there's no jamming, there's full access to movement, there's like stable balance, there's all these things, and it's like a huge. Whereas I was kind of raised, or like, I don't know, yeah, I was trained to be straight. You know, and literally, I don't mean homosexual, nothing to do with gender, nothing to do with sexuality, nothing to do with anything. I mean literally straight. My body straight. And I'm finding that my body really kind of goes like this, if on my side angle, quite dramatically. And I think women are exposed to that, and that is stable. And then men are exposed to basically a fictional fucking shape that isn't real. And if we consider that, I think we have to get into. I'm going to have to turn these off because this is going to be long. Just as a hilarious side note as well, I'm cooking sausages. And I'm really hungry now. Like this isn't as fun as doing a performative acting thing. But yeah, I'm cooking sausages and I'm looking forward to them. So we'll try and get through this as well as I can. If we think of like where were we seeing? We didn't have photographs. We had portraits. And nothing, no judgment on this or no result on this, but most artists, portraitists, like sculptors, all these things, they were men. And there could be a phenomenon here where it's like we're experiencing 1,000 years of embellished male. And so we talk about the male gaze. All right, let's think about the male gaze when we've talked about it all the time on women. We've got this whole Epstein thing going on. Obviously, the male gaze has been hyper fixated on women, and then it is, it's maladapted that fucking thing into some taboo sexuality thing. I think it's quite normal for older men to have attraction to young girls, but that attraction is supposed to be like into the future. If you are not thinking, oh, this is some person I'm going to be in contact with for the rest of my life, say in a tribal situation, that maladaptation of that attraction converts into something that is, is maladapted to our civilization, maladapted to everything, and will end up tabooing and creating this hellish sexual fucking child fucking bullshit paradigm. But it's based on, it's like a nurturing attraction. You know what I mean? Attraction's like, I think it's a dull instrument. And I think it's like the obsession on the attraction. And then it's like, if you are commoditizing that and it's being removed from your Dunbar kind of number, like a group of people, it's all out of whack. And then I think we literally have a socialist communist system, top to bottom. This is everywhere. Teachers, police, politicians, fucking doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, all of it. All of you are all unconsciously, literally forcing development of a disconnected, independent world in which that is the end result. Yeah, and it's like everyone's in isolation. That's a pretty good fucking theory. But yeah, to put on top of it, it's like because the majority, and it's based on inspiration or like who people's mentors were, or like who they were inspired by, and unfortunately for the world kind of, but just it not even unfortunately, just the real reality is that it was men inspired by men, inspired by men, inspired by men. So it's like we've cultivated this, and I think then we got there. If you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger and say Chris Hemsworth going to this fucking ultimate thing of Thor, whatever, that was that. And it's like it's achievable, but it's achievable with, and it's actually the same level of as gender fucking gender dysphoria. It's like it is the same thing, and it's being projected as a different thing, like because of the phenomenon. It's like Chris Hemsworth pumped up or Arnold Schwarzenegger on steroids, is the same exact fucking thing as a young person now appearing as trans. Okay, it's like it's if Chris Hemsworth goes into that thing, into that role, into that position, he's instructed to embody Thor and this, that. The culture right now is doing the same to men in this trans thing, except it's not in a performance or on the stage. It's in the whole thing. That's going to inevitably happen, and because it's so novel, because it's a complete reversal and it's completely stretching all taboos in every direction. It's like hyper off the fucking charts, novelty stimulating, like in this moment. But we're all stacked on the same thing. So I'm like, okay, I can now embody to some level, and I'm not really trying. I can really, really go really feminine. And if I had full on makeup and filters and all this, like, you'd be amazed. And then I could continue that on with surgery. Put aside whether that's a positive or a negative or whether that's good or bad. Doesn't matter. My main stimulus to go down this road was constant pain. Okay? And so I will do whatever it takes to get out of that constant pain. This trajectory of this feminization movement has relieved that pain. It is opening up my body. I'm like, oh my God, it's like it works again, right? But it feels so dramatically different. And it does feel like, so I either go, all right, I can kind of feel happy presenting as a woman because it's starting to like, that's what I've only seen the way that my body now is functioning properly. I've only seen women with that body because only women in media were allowed to have that body. And it's like, and literally like we've had sent, like, and you've got to think as well, it's like who had access to things like shaving and stuff. So it's like if I was completely hairy now and going to this body shape, it's like I have, it's, and unkept. It's like I'll go to any thing and people will think I'm like a monster or and this is so insane. And then so we literally have a predatory global feminine industrial chain going on that is so rampant and off the fucking, it's just an extraction. It's like these men are fucking helpless. They are completely they are literally being harvested for every last drop in a system that bleeds them fucking dry if they fucking make one tiny little mistake, and now they have a fucking digital fucking extraction harvesting machine after them. Real women doing it, now men presenting as women doing it, and then now on top of it, artificial fucking created bullshit people individually hyper fucking fixating and rubbing on their subconscious to extract every last cent from them. This is hell on earth. Hell on fucking earth. Before we even get to any fucking argument about anything else, that system is fucking hell. And officially, right now, it's like the only reason I went and did this is to fix a huge spinal fucking lower back, like maladaptive thing. I've got a huge traumatic brain injury that I think kind of hyper stimulated the out of control response, but I'm guessing this is kind of this is in a lot of people. and that we are literally prevented from achieving the shape that we are comfortable and not in pain in by a rampant fucking extraction system. With that, I mean, that is, it's like we're not in the Matrix, we're in a fucking, like, an engineered prison, Black Widow prison system. Sorry, that, and it's like it has absolutely no way of continuing. It's like because we're hitting like critical mass, and the introduction of the AI into it is going to cause it to malfunction, because it's going to replace both the men recently presenting as women and the women doing the oldest profession in the world. And so, like, my job basically is to explain our way through this, and I constantly have to break everything. So it's like, this shirt, I hate it. It looks goofy. My arms look little. I don't like it. Like, I look stupid because I'm the only one. I'm from a culture that's cold. I would have to be wearing a 3-piece suit, you know, and it's like have different hair and all these things. And it's like, it's like a whole package. And I believe like this is far more damaging, far more like of a effect than anyone would have ever imagined in their entire fucking life. Like, this is so fucking crazy, and every single person is being somehow affected by this at different levels. I can see like I can instantly tell if a young person has been using Snapchat, because they are all adapting and presenting the exact same pattern of behavior and movement and speech, everything. That is homogenization down to a tiny little fucking screen that people are holding other people in. And it's like, not like it doesn't have the cues of like, maybe if we had a phone that was like this and you had to hold it like this, but then that's still wrong. Can you imagine that? Imagine everyone from now on, it's like, if you want to use your fucking phone, which I haven't got one, right? Every Gen Z, like, if you want to use your phone, you've got to use it like this, okay? You've got to be like, oh, look, there's my friend from school. Like that. Instantly changes the entire fucking association that you have with that person. Now, we did shit like that. We used to send girls home with dolls to practice being like mothers, to kind of as a contraceptive tool. Like, literally, that's like what happened. How many displays of that have we seen, right? How much instantly does that change every single fucking thing that's going on in the world right now, rather than this? The only other thing that they're doing this with is like, I guess, like the bar of soap. I get, like, what else do you hold in your hand like that? You know, your knife and fork. Which hand is that? Oh, that's your knife hand. What else do you hold like that? Maybe a book, but a lot of people hold books like this. Books 2 hands. You know, it's all of this is really important. Especially, it's like, you've got to remember, like, say toys. These children, this whole entire generation, given toys, and like all the toys have been given more than ever. Like, every child now basically gets given 1,000 more toys in their fucking childhood than I was given. That's not me whinging. I'm saying, how do you give a child a toy? It comes in a box. You unbox it. They unbox it. They hold it in their hand and they look at it, and it's theirs. You are training little fucking psychopaths to fucking hold human fucking beings in their hands and then do all types of shit with them in the wrong way. Like, provably. And this is everyone. It's like, imagine all the police that have just gone and arrested fucking fathers and done all this shit. Because my fucking thing to the West Australian police is like, why don't you get all the children and mandate them to do this with their phones? You fucking absolute Nazi cunts. Do you know what I mean? Why am I saying this?
because I was a father at age 20, not at age 40, not at age 50, not at age 60, not at age 70, and not like Anthony Quinn, who played Zeus on fucking The Amazing Adventures of Hercules, age 80, or Al Pacino, who's the same. No, at age 20, I was doing this with a child, my child, that is now doing this, and I'm saying, hey, bucko, you better fucking do this, and your whole generation better do that, or we cut off all the water, all the power, all the fucking air conditioners, every fucking Uber Eats, every fucking app, every single little scrap of this fucking nonsense. We march every fucking West Australian police officer into the fucking prisons that they've been putting people in. And we do not stop until every single one of you fuckers gets the fucking point. And think about it. This mothering, nurturing, beautiful feminist utopia that we're in. Where's this? Where is it, you dumb fucking cunts? You know what I mean? Where the fuck is it? It wasn't there. It's a failure. You didn't do your fucking jobs. You didn't do our job, which was defend the country, and you didn't even do your fucking job. We had to do your job. And lucky we've got a fucking emu on our coat of arms in Australia. Because if we fucking didn't have the fucking example of that fucking emu, we'd all be fucking dead. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go and eat the 3 sausages that I just cooked for myself. I will never fucking ever go through this much fucking trouble to have someone wash my clothes, do my dishes, do my fucking laundry, whatever the fuck it is, ever again. It isn't worth it. It wasn't worth it when any other fucking thing was going on. That's never what it's been about. You've never been enslaved. Ever. Not in any fucking period in time have women been enslaved by men. Is that absolutely fucking clear to all of you fucking demon fucking cunts out there? If you can't figure out that this is wrong and that this is right on your own, then God help you.